AyeBro.
Hey, bro.
Another QOC production.
What it do?
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, say, hey, bro.
Moving forward from there, so that's what brought this whole partnership.
Say,
Okay,
let me holler at you.
Okay.
Hey,
But it's funny because he fell.
say, let me holler at you. Hey, bro. Say, let me holler at you. Hey, let's have a conversation. Bro. Say, let me holler at you. Talk to me like a man, we talking like men. Show you that I'm your brother, we ride to the end. Back to a position where we live.
What's going on with you, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well on this night. And now that we are in the building, we are here for a short time and not a long time. You figured it, feel me? It's your boy Conrad, host of the DaRealReel Podcast, and I hope everybody is doing well. And we got Chris, he's lounging out, taking care of some business as our brother should and is. So we definitely gonna hold it down for him tonight, Thursday night, November 20th. We are in the building. And we are going to do, we're going to set this up. We're going to lobby it up because on the panel show that's going to come towards the end of the month, we want to make sure that we set it up right and we get everything set up accordingly and making sure that, you know what I mean, we're having some fun, but at the same time, we're able to capture the essence of what we want to talk about. So we're going to go through some things tonight. Make sure that you all are tapping in the building. Tomorrow we got the tomorrow I believe it's tomorrow. We definitely got as we got in the building. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting messages right now and it's kind of confusing me. I wish. Man, don't worry about that. Anyways, glad to have y'all in the building. Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight, we are going to briefly, and I would do say briefly because we want to set this up. I want to set this up, give Chris enough time that when he's back and in the flow, that we have time to set this up. And we have time to really dissect this as we go forth into some of these subheadings tonight. We're dealing with, first of all, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the QOC Network. Right here on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, all your major platforms, and be on the lookout for some new things. We got a new sports show with definitely some really great brothers that have been added to the QOC family. We salute to them. The last sports show that is on the QOC Network. Make sure to tune in. All the dialogue that is going to be going on with these great brothers. We got Quincy Wells joining in the mix as one of the panelists and hosts of that show, along with our regulars. We got Cecil, Chocolate State of Mind in the building over there. We got Egypt, definitely, and Brandon O. So holding it down. Make sure y'all check out what Chef D, Flicks Chick. You know, she got that horror movie thing going on, and we love it because she be taking us back. She be taking us back, especially when she did that expose. I don't know if anybody caught it, and let this be a shout out right now that we got to get that poster back with Candyman, the original Candyman from the 90s. Yeah, you heard. So that was lit, definitely. And to everybody that has joined the QOC family over here on YouTube, we are over 1,000 subscribers riding strong right now, and we thank you so much for your support. Get this out to your sisters, your nephews, your nieces, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, whoever it is, the person you ghosted, get it out to them because definitely this is going to be really great for everybody going forward. And for the brothers, if you need a safe space, it doesn't matter what your color, what your creed, what your ethnicity is, come over here on the AyeBro show. Subscribe. We are live at this. I almost messed it up. The second and fourth Thursday of every month is Flick Chick. That's our sister Akila. We are the first and third Thursday of every month. You figured it, filming. And so we want you to make sure that you get up into the building, Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Get your people in the building along with us, and let's make this one big, great family affair. And we want to be definitely bringing you this, breaking some bread with you, making sure that we're creating a safe space for the brothers, so y'all can so y'all can be over here, heal, get through, and definitely grow, share, and we can hold each other accountable too. Amen. Amen. And so tonight we're talking about emotional man, or the emotional man. And as you go forward, if you haven't seen the clip, we definitely get it out. But we want to make sure again we leave enough bread on the table for Coach Chris to eat, and some of our other brothers and sisters that will be joining us in the part 2 of this episode. And we're still within the series of the adaptable man, and definitely we gotta understand that dealing with your emotions and handling your emotions is part of being the adaptable man. It'll be very hard for us as men, and we have to admit this. It doesn't mean that we need to be shut off and robotic, but on the other hand, we cannot be like a leaking faucet when it comes to our emotions. We have to be so held together and so intact, so purposeful, that we understand that there has to be a balance in there, a balance to how we love each other in terms of our families, and how we appreciate our friends, how we as brothers hold each other accountable and support each other through our hardest time. We got to make sure that we're doing that. And if we're able to do that, then we're able to have some good results and get through the healing, self accountability, increase our self awareness and our mindfulness as we go forward. So there are a couple states emotionally of a man, and we want to explore some of them tonight as we go forward. I'm gonna throw some things up. We got 2 clips. They're about a minute each, so I'm gonna need y'all as you go through. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Give us that bread. Give us that bread, you know what I mean? And make sure you show the platform some love, so that way as we grow, we can definitely make sure that we are able to feed you with the utmost of sincerity. I'm so sorry, my mic. I'm due for a beard on the lineup and whatnot. My mic is literally dragging my beard right now. This is hilarious. Y'all, I'm trying to look for something, and believe me when I say I can't find it. I can't find it. Ooh, okay, no, I found it. We good. So let's get rid of the ticket for a little bit. Get rid of that. Let's have this. Well, I guess in this moment right now, we're gonna have and explore some things. So as we, I think one of the things that has come to light about this generation is the propensity to self-diagnose. I say Google diagnose. Everybody's got their phones, and everybody's got the advancement of the internet. And to real quick type in what a narcissist is, or what this is, and what that behavior, and psychoanalyze everybody on the spot, not realizing that if you can say a thing, but if you can't give somebody the remedy behind it, just because what they are doing or displaying is offensive, detractive, or destructive to you, doesn't mean that in kind your diagnosis of them in that moment, though it be a critique and it may be spot on, but if you cannot offer the remedy, then you are no greater than the problem that you are trying to eradicate. And so we have to make sure that in all things we are doing what's necessary to uphold each other, love each other, and speak life into each other. So, brothers, the first thing in the first place we want to start is with the there's give or take there's about 5 things mainly that we want to point out tonight as we get into dealing with the emotional man. And specifically, we want to start on the things that are not good, the states of a man emotionally that are not good. And ladies, I believe this will help you out. And if you have your boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, or maybe your father or your brother, he might be falling into one of these categories, and you want to be able to understand him so you can help him. And it's not so much all the time about what is being done to you, or what is being said to you, or what is being withdrawn from you. Some of us guys, if we're going to be honest, we don't have the awareness or the understanding of our systems. And I heard it on a clip earlier tonight where the speaker was saying that it's about understanding the system. And I think actually we got that clip, but we're going to play it in a little bit. But we want to start here. We want to start with this: unresolved anger. Unresolved anger, that's a bad state to be in. Bottled up anger doesn't disappear. It just waits for the wrong moment to explode. So in unresolved anger, it's bottled up anger that doesn't disappear. Okay, it just waits for the wrong moment to explode. Now, for me, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you the truth. I've been through that. When you go through life cycles and situations, and it might not be everything, but there are a few things, and I think this is one thing that we don't talk about, that with young boys, they go through things socially, and before they even reach home sometimes, because they know the environment of their home, especially if the environment of home is focused on home first, get the chores done, get your brothers and your sisters taken care of. And this is where it all starts, okay? It all starts here, where you have the young man who's going through some turmoil socially as an adolescent, and then he's got to come home. He doesn't have anybody to talk to. He doesn't have anybody to say, hey, you know what? This makes me upset. I am sad because of this. And in that, it actually breeds the avenue of unresolved anger. And from there, it bleeds over into other things. It may bleed over into differences between their siblings. It may bleed over into differences between mom and pops, or just mom, or just pop. Or if there's an adopted family, there's many nuances to what that family structure could look like. But these are nuances and things that can happen that will definitely impact a child and their adolescent young boys, where they grow up already having a ball of anger. Because, ladies, let's be honest. If we're being honest, ladies, it's not that he went through something in his adulthood that he's keeping bottled up. Sometimes it's layers upon layers upon layers. And no offense to y'all, ladies, but you guys got to acknowledge when a fight is not your fight. It doesn't mean that you're not intellectually sound. It doesn't mean that you're not strong enough emotionally. But we're going to tell you this right here. Not every layer of a man's anger is your responsibility to peel back. You better be careful. It could come back on you in the worst way. And it doesn't mean that it's viciousness directly towards you. But he doesn't know any different, because he's been putting everything in so many different layers. And now you're trying to help peel it back, and you're stepping into a lion's den, not realizing that this lion is in full beast mode. There's no taming this lion. Yeah, he's your king. Yeah, he's your protector. He's your provider. But here's the fact of the matter, and it comes down to this: you got to be careful when you're peeling back a man's layers, and he hasn't had the chance to go sift through them himself and actually take that onion apart. Because if the man is not able to do that, it's not that he's not willing to do that. He's not able to do that. Men need space, time, and freedom of thought to be able to expose these layers and bring about and absolve themselves from the muck and the mire of deep-seated anger, unresolved issues, unresolved matters of home. And I know it's real cool in this generation to have people sit there and come up and say, oh, well, if you got this issue and you got that issue, that's a you thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, stop it. Get some help. I don't know who told you that you were able to psychoanalyze people. Like, oh, you're an unhealed man. Yeah, he might be, and he needs some help. If you can't be that help, then leave him alone. And brothers, I'll even put, let's be honest, we got to be accountable for ourselves. Relationships don't heal you. Let me rephrase that. Not all relationships heal you. Not all good people are helpful to the healing process. And we got to be careful and know that it's not because they don't have good intentions or they're not really helpful. It's because they just might not have the tools. You can have a really great person that's really apt to do a lot of things, or not even apt, but they're just really enthused to do a lot of things. But if they don't have the knowledge set and they don't have the tools, they will do as much damage as the person who has the unresolved anger. So please hear me, ladies. You got to let things. You got to take your hands off the steering wheel every once in a while, because there's a lot of things that go on within a man, and it's not even that. It's not your job to fix it. You may not be the right person for the job. You definitely might have to get around some brothers. He definitely might have to go to therapy. He definitely might have to steal away into a room in the house and meditate and pray and really get that out and get that deep-seated issue, bring it to the surface and actually face it. That's a hard thing to do. A lot of times you spend years trying to face one thing that is actually the root cause of all the other attached, unresolved anger issues. So definitely, we don't want to be brothers. You don't want to be in a state where you have unresolved anger, where it's lingering and festering for X amount of years or time, and then you're in a position where you're exploding on people. Because oftentimes, between work, whether it's if you know part of a religious organization or a local church, family, friends, it's going to cause you to react in a way where by the time you're done reacting, you didn't even know that wasn't you. Okay, so let's be careful on that. Let us be careful on that. I think one thing that we don't talk about is hidden shame. Hidden shame. That feeling of I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I haven't accomplished enough. I haven't done enough. These are situations. These are things that even I it doesn't say hidden shame, but the deeper feeling of regret. I regret that I did that. I can't believe that I did that. So that hidden shame, that it has that remorse and that regret angle to it as well, because there's nothing worse than tormented by your own shame of your past, the shame of decisions that you wouldn't make now as a man, but you look back on it and it's haunting, because we all know this, and I think this happens more for men than women. I don't want to say it verbatim that does. I think on the next show when we have the sisters in, they'll be able to kind of speak to that side. So we don't really want to speak to that for them. But I want to say I know for men that is a big issue. And I even said it to somebody last week that a lot of times we as men, even when we are in leadership positions, we find ourselves leading from a place of regret. We regret what we did in our past, so we want to do everything to make sure that you in your path, and while I'm here supposing to be the leader, I'm leading you in a way where you will not suffer because of you. And so we lead from a place of regret, and that can push us to bring out the best
think some not as healed men tend to ask for a position in a woman's life that they may not have had the necessary practice to fill efficiently. And so this is not to on those men, because I hate when we turn this into a man bashing thing, bro. Like, this is not to bash guys. I think that a lot of unhealed men are striving for this thing that we're taught to be, and they demand it before they actually reach it, because it's the only way they know how to validate themselves. I think a lot of men only know how to feel like a man when they're leading somebody. I think some men only know how to feel like a man when somebody actually is under their tutelage, under their guidance, under their protection, you feel me? A lot of men don't actually know themselves alone. Like, know themselves outside of their circumstance, know themselves outside of who they helping, know themselves outside of who they show up for, you feel me? So I think a lot of men just show up thinking, I'm supposed to be a leader, I'm supposed to protect, I'm supposed to provide, so I'm gonna demand these things even if I haven't necessarily had the space and opportunities in my life to actually become a great leader.
Well.
Somebody asked me recently to explore the difference between emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. And I thought that's interesting. That is a distinction that's really important. It's not something I often compare. They're very different things. Emotional intelligence is the ability to work with your emotional system. It's nervous system awareness. It's emotional system awareness. It's recognizing when you need to do the work to downregulate your own nervous system. It's also about being able to consciously repair through communication and working with other people's emotional bodies. So that's emotional intelligence. Like, I have a fluency within the world of emotions and how they work and how to resolve toward connection. Emotional maturity is something that comes across age. Maturity comes across age. And the thing is, the easiest way I can describe this is, imagine a man that has a couple kids and all he's focused on is going to, festivals and peak experiences and leaving his family at home. Or he's so obsessed with his business, but he doesn't focus at all on his kids or his wife and their needs and wants and desires. So emotional maturity would be to learn how to expand beyond the self and the self-orbiting awareness and move into a place of, what am I really here to do with my life? And to work with the part of ourselves that's grappling with our desire for me to be served for me, and the part that is necessary where we go for them, for us, for what are we doing. Emotional maturity is an expansion beyond the self. And it's that grapple between young prince me that wants to do things for me and get what I want, and the kind of king version or any other expansive way of looking at growth, which is, I'm here to do something that's beyond me. That's emotional maturity in a nutshell. Hopefully that makes sense.
We're having a conversation to push a movement of understanding, and that's it.
I'm trying to be a better father. Worked on myself. I've gone to therapy. I'm still going to therapy.
We just want understanding, and we're just standing in the gap for men that have been suffering in silence.
Over here, specifically, first, this space over here being a self-improvement space for men, geared towards men, especially young men from the ages of 13 up.
Another QOC production. Hey, bro, say, let me holler at you. Hey, bro, say,